Today's episode, you guys, is brought to you by Perfect Storm Real Estate Specific Software. It's the website I use in my business. I'm actually a partial owner within the company that's been able to give my input to help create a piece of software that is uber effective at lead generation in our real estate businesses. That website, www.perfectstormnow.com. Go check that out. It's amazing, epic front-end lead generation site that's extremely affordable for real estate agents out there. Also, today's episode is brought to you by our 90-day mastery bootcamp. If you're in the real estate industry, if you're wanting to take your business to the next level, this is a gnarly, crazy experience. We go through for 90 days straight. There's there is 13 total sessions that we go through. Each weekly session is about 2 to 3 hours long every single week. Plus, you have daily access to me going through the experience through the group. So to check out more about that program, we roll those out about every 90 days. We stagger them once in a while, but we do about 3 or 4 of those every single year. So if you want to spend the next 90 days with me, about 40 hours of just crazy epic content helping your business take it to the next level, go to www.90daymastery.com. That's our sales page. You can see testimonials, learn more about the product, and register and sign up right there. If you are signing up, make sure to use the promo code LiveMastery, all caps, all together, all one word, LiveMastery. It saves you $500. It makes that whole entire 90-day coaching experience only $997 for you guys. So, all right, let's jump on in. What is up, peeps? Joshua Smith here with another episode of Leveling Up. Every single week I come here on the show and just talk to you guys about different ways to level up in life, different things that I'm doing, different things that I've struggled with, and things that I'm learning, right? So today I've got a couple of things I want to talk to you guys about, and really these were spurred from conversations I've had in the last week or so. One of them, I was talking with somebody and they were talking about the amount of hours that I work. They're like, dude, you work so many hours and you do all of this. How do you get your significant other, your wife, your spouse, to get on the same page with you and to be in alignment? And I wanted to create a leveling up about this because I think it's such a huge thing to talk about, right? Because that's one of the things that stifles most people's success is not going after what they want out of fear of criticism or letting other people down or listening to other people, right? So with this being said, dude, so how I responded to this question is like, dude, how do you get the buy-in from your wife when you go out there and work 100-hour work weeks? And I'm like, well, number one, I just do it, right? But there's more to it than that, right? I think it's so important to get congruent of why you're doing what you're doing. If I just worked a bunch and my wife didn't know what my overall goals are, what I want to create for our family, what I want to create for my wife, if I wasn't sharing what my purpose is, what my why is, and why I'm doing all of this, she might have that assumption of, I just don't want to spend time with her and the family. I just want to be away from the family, right? The other kicker to that too is so number one, get on the same page, communicate, right? Talk about what you're wanting to do, what you're willing to do, and what sacrifices that must be made to accomplish this, and share those. I think communication has so much to do with it. Once they understand it, they feel part of it, they get it. A lot of people just don't think today, right? They don't think about what it's going to truly take. Like, for example, I've got 3 little kids. There's no way in hell my kids are going to be able to go to college and get a good job. It isn't going to exist. It doesn't exist today. Why the hell do I think it's going to exist in another decade or so? It's the biggest scam in our country right now. We can't rely on the government. Can't rely on corporate America. You can't rely on college. So what do? You go out there and create your own damn family economy. And plus, and I don't want to get like too weird and freak you guys out here, so I won't get too deep into this topic. This is a conversation I was having with a buddy of mine yesterday, though. But was about, dude, like, what's going to happen in our world? I want to be prepped and prepared and take care of my family for any scenario, any situation. So, like, what are we going to see in our lifetime? Well, in 40 years, 75% of land mass across planet Earth will be urbanized, right? So we've got a massive overpopulation problem. Oil's drying up. It's like, what happens then? Like, what do we do in a situation where if oil gets to the point where it's so damn expensive that 80% of people can't afford oil, can't afford, whatever that may be. And I'm not saying that I'm thinking that these things are all going to happen or whatever, but I want to be prepped for it. Hope for the best. I try to be optimistic. I'm going to hope for the best, but I'm going to plan for the worst, dude. Like, I want to make sure that I create enough wealth for my family, and hopefully generational wealth, not just now wealth, but generational wealth where I can take care of my family and my grandkids and great grandkids hopefully as well, to an point without letting them become like freeloaders and become the damn Paris Hilton of the world or whatever. But to take care of them in such a way to provide those opportunities, and no matter what happens, I want to be in that position. So that's my why. That's why I push so hard, dude. And you've got to communicate that stuff. We got to wake up. We got to wake the hell up. People are getting poorer or richer, period. Middle class is it's done. The middle class is no longer existent, and it's not going to be probably in our lifetimes again unless there's some dramatic change, right? Which we're not going to see dramatic change. I'm just going to go out there and it's going to take something nasty to happen for the dramatic change. So, why are we doing this? Why are we pushing? So I'm going to get hardcore with this, get congruent with this, and then make sure my spouse is on the same page with me, right? And if they're not at that point, that's a decision you have to make. For me in life, it's like, here's where I'm going. If anybody gets in my way, like, that person's out of my world, right? So just having those hardcore conversations, here's what I'm doing, here's the path that I'm going. I'd love you to go with me. I'd love your support with this and doing that. And the second part to it is then the time that you do have, because yes, I work a lot of hours, work a shit ton of hours, right? Need to be working more hours probably. But I still make sure I spend a lot of time with my family. I eliminate everything else, right? I'm not going to Buffalo Wild Wings for happy hours with the boys. I'm not, I don't watch movies. I don't watch TV. I don't watch football. I don't go play golf or, swing a stick at a little ball or, whatever. Like I'm out there creating what I want to create. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm spending time and quality time with those that mean the most to me, and then that time that you have, it's like, I had one of my coaching clients that flew in, and we were having a conversation, and he's like, yeah, before your coaching program, he's like, dude, he goes, when you talk about spending quality time, 2 hours a day of quality time with your family. He goes, dude, I wasn't spending 2 hours quality time. I was spending more than 2 hours with them, but he phrased it as being like the armchair dad, right? Like you're sitting there watching TV, clicking the channel, whatever, tapping your kid on the head, but you're not really there. You're not really paying attention. It's not quality time. So making sure that time that you do invest with them is quality. Be engaged. Give them that space. When you're at work, you focus at work. When you're at home and when you have that family time, you're there. Right? Turn your cell phone off, dude. Turn your emails off. Like, be engaged, be there, and it can be very powerful. And it may boil down that you're with the wrong person too. Right? I mean, that's just the reality of it, dude. Luckily, I'm blessed where my wife does does do it, but she's been with me since we were 16 years old. I've always had 3-4 jobs and always been a grinder, so she knows that about me, right? But I wouldn't hesitate if she was different and had an issue with me. She wanted me to work 40 hours a week, dude. That's not going to work for me. Right? We're just wrong for each other then. And I'm going to make that decision because I'm not going to let anything, any person, anything block me from hitting to what I want to hit in this world, right? To what I want to go out there and create. So the second part of this leveling up that I want to talk to you guys about is I had a dude that was like, again, a buddy of mine that flew down, coaching client that flew down, and he made a comment yesterday. We were driving in the car, and he's like, man, he goes, you do everything different than everybody else. He goes, like, for example, your food. You eat the same thing every single day, all day long. In a world of choices, you choose to just eat the same shit, right? This, organic, whatever, it's same meal, same time, same day, same whatever. He's like, everything that you do is different than what everybody else does, right? And it's true. I mean, everything that I do, like, so he comes in to check out, like, what we're going to be doing. I'm taking him to, like, cryotherapy to get frozen and, all this different stuff that I do in my daily routines, which most people don't do, right? An outsider looks at me and is like, dude, that guy's a freak, that guy's crazy. crazy, like he's such an oddball. He doesn't do what everybody else does. And yeah, it is true, dude. It's 100% truth to that. But here's the deal. I don't want to be like everybody else. 74% of Americans today are living paycheck to paycheck, right? If they lose their job, now they're reliant on government aid. 75% of Americans are overweight. 40% are obese. Childhood obesity is on such a massive rise that it's going to become such an epidemic. I mean, in the next probably 15 years at the rate that we're going, it'll literally probably be 85 to 90% of our population will be overweight and out of shape. One of the stats, and I heard this from one of our guests, Peter Voog, that was on the show recently in his book, 6 Months to Six Figures. Awesome book. You guys should read it. His stat in his book was only 2% of Americans right now today can retire at the age of 65 without being reliant on families. I mean, that's after Social Security, that's after their pension, whatever. They're still reliant on their family. Only 2% can actually fully retire without their kids having to take care of them. So 98% of Americans cannot retire at the age of 65 without being reliant on their family to take care of them. That should scare the living shit out of you. It does me. Like what kind of a parent am I if I want to be a freeloader on my damn kids, right? Like okay, my kids freeloaded on me for many years, so now I get to freeload on them? No, their kids are going to freeload on them. Their job is to go out there now, create memories with their kids and live their life. To me, it's I'm an irresponsible parent. If you don't want to do it for you, if you're lazy, if you're a lazy fucker, right? You don't want to go out there and grind. Don't do it for you. Do it for those that you love, right? Go out there and create those opportunities so you're not, because what's going to happen is if you take the course of the average person out there, you are going to be a freeloader on your kids. So now your kids then maybe can't go out there and enjoy their marriage, enjoy the vacations, provide opportunities for their kids. Like how shitty would you feel? I know I would feel very shitty if my kids couldn't pay for college for their kids because they got to pay my damn mortgage payment because I was too much of a freaking lazy piece of crap to go out there and create my own success in my own world. So, we just got to open up our eyes, dude. We just got to get hardcore with this stuff, you guys. So that's the whole point of this leveling up and everything that we do here is to hopefully give you guys some information, give you some knowledge, give you some inspiration to go out there and create an epic life for yourself. So go out there, get your hustle on, work your freaking ass off, create opportunities, create success for your family, those that matter you, those that care about you, and go create that epic life that you know you want and you truly deserve. So that's all I got for you today. Don't be average, be different. Keep grinding, keep pushing, get everybody in your world congruent on the same page, spouse, friends, whoever. If they're not congruent, get them out, right? Don't ever change path on your goals because of anybody or anything. Stay the course. Be stubborn as shit about your goals and what you want to create in your world. So anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this episode of Leveling Up. Appreciate you spending this last few minutes with me. I don't know what the hell's going on with my mic here. I keep adjusting it like every few minutes. It keeps falling down. But anyway, see you guys next week. Peace out.